Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today. Today we are back and we are continuing to talk about everything that happened during San Diego Comic-Con 2022 this past weekend. It was absolutely a doozy. We've already talked about some of the Funko Hall H panel announcements with some things to expect with new pop releases, along with some freebies, the exclusives they gave away, and some upcoming events. We did our Box of Fun unboxing, which was amazing. We talked about all of the different pops that came in the Box of Fun and that people got out at Fun Days. Now today what we're going to be talking about is going through all of the Marvel announcements that were announced during their Hall H panel. And Kevin Feige brought the thunder. He brought everything that we could have imagined, outside of a couple things that we were expecting, but some huge surprises during this panel, and I was so pumped. I was so jealous that I was not there in the room at San Diego Comic-Con, but I was on my phone constantly refreshing, and as more news came in and seeing the pictures and eventually seeing video, I was definitely floored on everything that we got. So with us being a Funko channel, I still want to talk about all that stuff as a huge Marvel fan. It's something that I absolutely wanted to discuss, but I did want to bring it over and show off some Funko Pops for those characters that are going to be appearing in these upcoming movies, maybe do a little bit of speculation as well. And I think a lot of these pops that I do have today are ones that will definitely be recommended for you to pick up, especially since I think a lot of them are at some pretty decent prices now, but they will absolutely jump up after the announcements of Comic-Con. And there were a ton of projects that they had announced, or at least confirmed, gave us release dates during the panel. So there's a lot for us to get through, so let's jump right in. So let's roll through here with some of the upcoming projects. And the next project that we have coming out from Marvel is the newest She-Hulk television series going to Disney Plus, and I've definitely been excited for this. I think this looks like such a fun show, and the trailer that they dropped online during that Comic-Con panel was so good. So today what we're going to be showing off is a couple She-Hulk Funko Pops, and one of them is the common She-Hulk right here. This one is a great looking pop, and I think especially once the show drops on Disney Plus, a lot of people are going to fall in love with it, and they're going to want to go grab this pop here. So this is definitely one that I think right now still might be in the $20 to $30 range. I can absolutely see it jumping up into the $50 range or even more. But another She-Hulk pop that I actually got recently is actually just another version of this figure. This one is actually the glow-in-the-dark LA Comic-Con exclusive She-Hulk. I thought this one was definitely a great one as well, and it does have that glow-in-the-dark feature on it too, which is awesome. I am definitely stoked for She-Hulk. Now, the pop that I actually don't have in my collection that you're gonna want to keep an eye on, especially after that She-Hulk trailer, is the Target exclusive red and yellow suit Daredevil. Been trending for a long time around $15 to $19. The reason why this pop is starting to skyrocket is because in the trailer you can actually see Daredevil come in at the end, and he's wearing his red and yellow suit, at least kind of an updated version of it. So that actually does look really cool, and that pop is a great one to grab. If you do have that one in your collection, kudos. And I believe after She-Hulk we actually are getting I Am Groot, but it's shorts on Disney Plus. I'm not going to mention it because we are going to talk about other Groot pops a little bit later. So I'm going to jump over to the next one that I am definitely excited about, and the trailer absolutely won over Comic-Con, and that is Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Now this is definitely now one of my most anticipated movies of the year. It already was, but we knew absolutely nothing about this movie. After the passing of Chadwick Boseman, we knew that the story had to be completely reworked, but now we finally got our first look at Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And man, this looks like an absolutely beautiful movie, a beautiful trailer, and I think it's going to be one of the most epic Marvel films that we have gotten since Endgame. And it seems like the main story here is similar to what we're dealing with in real life, with the passing of Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa. In Black Panther, we kind of see in the trailer a little bit that they have like a funeral session. They show a mural of Chadwick Boseman, T'Challa, on a wall in Wakanda. It's so powerful and really emotional. We actually did see a Black Panther at the end of the trailer. We don't know who's in the suit, but someone does have a Black Panther suit. So I do have a few different pops from Black Panther that I definitely think will be relevant. Well, one of them is one that I think definitely may go up in value after the movie. Just although it is based off of Chadwick Boseman's portrayal, it is a vaulted exclusive. It is the Walmart exclusive glow in the dark Black Panther, and this was definitely one of my favorites from the Black Panther line originally. I thought it was a great pop. Him having the mask on and everything, the fact that it glows in the dark, the eyes and the suit glow, you kind of have the blue all over there. That really does look like a sick figure. One of my favorite Black Panther, really one of my favorite Marvel figures that I have. But also in the trailer, we got our first look at Namor the Submariner, who's going to be the villain in this movie. Now in the trailer, it does look like Namor, who is going to be king of an underwater kind of village. I think they changed it to Talokan instead of being Atlantis, which makes sense because Aquaman is a thing out there over in the DC universe. But now we saw his first look there, and he looks amazing. He looks like he's going to be a great villain, and hopefully eventually stick around after this and really take a big part into the MCU. And we do have actually a Namor pop in the collection. The only Namor pop that they have ever made is right here for the Marvel 80th anniversary line. And this one is a really great one. I actually really do enjoy a lot of these Marvel 80th anniversary pops. It's not going to look like the character in the movie. It is going to be good to grab this one because I think this one's already starting to go up in value, knowing that Namor was going to be coming to the MCU. If you remember back in Endgame, there was actually a tease at Namor when they mentioned something happening in the ocean. Now that we're finally getting Namor, finally showed him in the trailer, I think a lot of people are going to be jumping on this pop. Now, after Black Panther Wakanda Forever, in February of 2023, we're going to get one of my most anticipated movies coming up, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And I have loved the first two Ant-Man films. That first one is definitely one of my favorites, and I really enjoyed Ant-Man the Wasp. And now that we're going to have him be even bigger part of the MCU, I think Quantumania is going to kick off leading up to the last movies that we're going to see in phases 5 and phase 6. It's going to be absolutely insane. So we do have a couple pops from Ant-Man, and one of them is going to be from the original Ant-Man. This one is the glow-in-the-dark Hot Topic exclusive Ant-Man. And I really did like this figure a lot. This one does glow in the dark. It's really more just like the eyes that glow on this one, but still a pretty cool one. So it is vaulted from Hot Topic, and I think with the Quantumania coming out, this one could definitely rise in value. And then, of course, we did also have to get his partner, the Wasp, and this one is from Ant-Man in the Wasp. And I don't think this pop is really going to be too valuable, but I did want to show it off here. The suit on this pop is so detailed, and it is so awesome if you want to get another look at that. I absolutely love this sculpt. And now one of the coolest things about Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is going to be the introduction of Kang the Conqueror, who we saw a variant of in Loki Season 1 as He Who Remains, which is a pop that we are having now for San Diego Comic-Con. We have not had a Kang pop come out yet, which is very, very surprising seeing the amount of classic Marvel characters that Funko has put out, but I cannot wait to see Kang show up in this movie. And then after Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania, in spring 2023, we're going to be getting Secret Invasion. The Skrulls coming in and infiltrating our society and learning that some characters that we know and love were actually Skrulls. And although the Skrulls are being taken as a little bit of a different approach here in the MCU, what we saw in Captain Marvel, it still seems like there's going to be a little bit of like a sleeper cell of Skrulls that have already been infiltrated into the MCU. So this is going to be a huge series coming to Disney Plus next year. The only pop that we really have of characters that we know absolutely are going to be in this show is going to be Nick Fury. So here is my Avengers Nick Fury. This one is absolutely awesome. It is a fantastic pop. So Nick Fury is going to be coming for Secret Invasion. And after Secret Invasion, they announced Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is coming May of 2023. I absolutely love the Guardians movies. Guardians 1 is one of our top Marvel movies, and I really enjoyed Guardians 2. I think I love that movie more than a lot of people do. So I have a number of figures that I think that are definitely going to continue to rise in value with Guardians 3. Now, one of them is going to be this Star-Lord pop, and this is actually the Star-Lord Chase from Guardians 2. So this is definitely a great figure. He has the blasters in his hand, and this is the Chase where he actually has the mask on. The comment is him with his mask off. Then another character that everybody loves that we're also going to see in I Am Groot, which might also help it as well, is going to be this Groot. And I love this one of him eating the candy out of his bucket. But now Groot is another one that I definitely think could rise in value as well. I'm excited to see where Groot is now as the Guardians get into their next adventure. Then we're going to have Mantis from Guardians Volume 2. And I really love this pop, and I'm glad that Mantis is now going to be taking a bigger piece of the MCU because she was awesome in Infinity War. And this pop is really cool because you can tell there's a little bit of metallic nature to her costume there. And then the big one for Guardians 3, we finally got to see a little bit of our first look. Well, at least the trailer released at Comic-Con, but I actually did see a screenshot that someone took of Adam Warlock, and we have currently just one Adam Warlock pop, and here it is. So this is a Walgreens exclusive. This actually recently restocked on the Funko shop, so I did grab one for myself. So if you guys can grab this one, definitely go ahead and do so. And another movie that I'm looking forward to coming in the summer of 2023 is The Marvels, the sequel to Captain Marvel. And I definitely enjoyed the first Captain Marvel movie. Not at the top half of my favorite MCU films, but I definitely had a lot of fun with it. And I do have one of the pops from that original Captain Marvel wave, and this is the common Captain Marvel. I would probably say it's my favorite out of the regular Captain Marvels that they had put out for the first movie. I'm excited to see her now with her updated suit, as we got to see her at the end of Shang-Chi. We got to see her, of course, in Endgame, and now pop up in the post-credit scene of Ms. Marvel, which is now setting up the Marvels and where they are. So she won't be alone. She'll be teaming up with Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel, and here is the original Ms. Marvel pop that came from Walgreens. If you've not already picked it up, you might still be able to find it for a decent deal now that the show is over, but you definitely want to pick it up because I think this pop will rise even more once the Marvels come out. And then the third character that we're going to see as a part of the Marvels is going to be Monica Rambeau, and this is Monica Rambeau from WandaVision, although I'm not sure if this pop exactly is going to be the one that's going to be super popular. It's just because she has kind of like that spacesuit on. Definitely going to be a great character to show up in the Marvels, and I think it definitely has some potential to rise in value. I wish that they made another pop of her, maybe in a different suit, maybe her using her powers like she did a little bit in WandaVision. And then next summer we are also getting the return of Loki season 2. I am so pumped because I really enjoyed season 1 of Loki. It was a lot of fun, and where season 1 left off with He Who Remains, the new timeline being created, Mobius not knowing who Loki is, it's gonna be really interesting them going down that road. And so I do have a couple pops that I have for the Loki show. I just want to show off. Here is President Loki, although he may not necessarily show up. He is definitely my favorite out of that original wave. And then we also have another one of my favorites, which is the glow-in-the-dark Walmart exclusive Sylvie. And this one is great because the eyes glow and everything, and she is such a cool character in the show. So definitely excited to see Loki season 2 come back. Is He Who Remains gonna come back again with like Kang being introduced? Because remember, this is going to be after Quantumania. I'm going to be excited to see where this show goes because I think it's going to have huge ramifications over the next couple phases of the MCU. And then in fall of 2023, we're going to get a brand new show on Disney Plus, Ironheart, which is actually going to be a character that is introduced in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. We actually got our first look at Riri Williams, not in her Ironheart suit, but we did see her in the trailer creating that suit with the heart coming out of it. So that was definitely a really cool shot to include in the trailer. They did give us a look at the Funko Pop. We'll talk about that in another video this week. Do actually have an Ironheart pop that was released from Pop in the Box a little bit ago. Here is the Riri Williams Ironheart. Now this is the common version of the exclusive. There is a glow in the dark. I have debated maybe ordering some more to try to see if I can get that chase, but this is definitely a fantastic figure that I think a lot of you guys are going to want to pick up. maybe even before Wakanda Forever, but definitely before the Ironheart show. Then in November of 2023, we're gonna get the next Blade movie. Definitely excited for Mahershala Ali to come in and take on Blade, and we do have a pop of Blade. This is the Summer Convention 2021 exclusive Blade. Definitely an awesome figure. The original one definitely has a whole lot more value, and I think that will be more valuable if you're able to get your hands on that one. Definitely a great figure. I can't wait to see Blade come into the MCU. Then in winter 2023/2024, we're going to see the return of Agatha Harkness in Agatha Coven of Chaos, which is actually a new title. It used to be called House of Harkness. The one pop that we have of Agatha is the one from WandaVision right here. Now, I'm surprised they have not put out a glow-in-the-dark exclusive for Agatha. I'm sure they will eventually. Entertainment Earth just did one for Scarlet Witch, so I'm sure there's one for Agatha coming real soon, although they do have the soda that has a glow-in-the-dark. But this is a fantastic pop, and I know absolutely nothing about the show or the direction they're going to go. I didn't know much about Agatha prior to watching WandaVision, so I'm going to be excited to go along for the ride. There were many announcements during this panel that made me get out of my seat and audibly scream with excitement. But the one that got one of the biggest reactions out of me was the announcement of a brand new Daredevil series coming to Disney Plus called Daredevil Born Again. And if you are a fan of the Marvel Comics, you know how important that name is. Of course, they're bringing back Charlie Cox, who we saw in Spider-Man No Way Home, and then of course we're also going to be seeing in SheHulk. But now Daredevil's going to get his own show, and it's actually going to be 18 episodes, and that's going to be absolutely awesome. Rather than a 6-episode series, give him 18 episodes, really allow us to fall back in love with the Daredevil character. And as far as Daredevil goes, I do have this Daredevil pop right here from the Netflix Daredevil show. Fortunately, I don't have any other of the Daredevil figures in my collection. It's a fantastic figure. I really do love it, and I can't wait to see Charlie Cox back, first in She-Hulk, and then again in Daredevil Born Again in 2024. Also in 2024, we're going to see the return of Sam Wilson's Captain America in Captain America New World Order. And that definitely sounds like an awesome title. I'm not quite sure where they are going to go with this movie, but I'm excited to see after Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I really loved Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I liked the ending to the series. I thought the finale was really, really strong. We do have one pop from that Captain America, and this is the Walmart exclusive Captain America from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's metallic, along with him actually using the Captain America suit with the wings, flying and everything. Definitely looks sick, so I cannot wait to see him back in action in Captain America 4. And then after Captain America 4, we are also, I believe in summer of 2024, we are going to get the Thunderbolts as a movie. We actually have a couple pops of characters that I think are definitely going to be on the Thunderbolts team. If you don't know the Thunderbolts, they're essentially kind of like the Dark Avengers, kind of like a Suicide Squad, but for the Marvel Universe, and they're being recruited by Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character that we saw in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and we also saw at the end of Black Widow as well. So a couple of those characters that we know are going to be on the team. One of them is going to be a U.S. agent, and I brought out the LA Comic-Con exclusive, so I definitely think is going to rise in value as we get to the Thunderbolts. And then one of the fan favorite characters that has recently been introduced into the MCU, we have Yelena Belova from Black Widow, and then we of course also saw her in Hawkeye. But this pop right here is a grail worth well over $100. Definitely going to be a huge character though in the Thunderbolts, so both of these pops I think are definitely going to be adding value with that movie. Now, we were waiting to hear if we were going to get any more news on the Fantastic Four, hopefully hearing if there was a new director, if we were going to be getting a cast announcement. We did not get those, but we did get an official release date, which is November of 2024. So the pop that I do have for that is the Marvel Collector Corps exclusive Mr. Fantastic. Now, this pop did have a jump in value when Doctor Strange The Multiverse of Madness came out. We made a video right before the movie predicting that possibly he could show up in the multiverse. And since he showed up there, this pop skyrocketed. And so if you guys did not grab it then, now might be a good time to grab it, because because with the movie coming out in 2024, I think this is definitely going to rise. And until then, it's going to be a lot of hype about the Fantastic Four, especially if we get the casting announcements and the director announcement at D23 in September. And then at the end of this timeline, Kevin Feige gave us a whammy with announcing not just one new Avengers movie, but 2 new Avengers movies. And on top of that, they're both coming out in the same year. That's insane. So Kevin Feige announced that we're going to be getting Avengers Kang Dynasty coming out in May of 2025, which is insane that they have that plan. And the fact that now he's telling us that Kang is going to be one of the big bads over the next few years, over these next couple phases in the MCU. That is awesome. Again, we do not have a Kang pop right now, just He Who Remains, but that is definitely not the same Kang that we're going to see wreak havoc among the multiverse and across all the different timelines. But then Kang Dynasty is going to lead us into Secret Wars coming out in November of 2025. And I do have one pop to show off about that. I know a lot of people have definitely been excited about Secret Wars. It is a bunch of different characters coming in from different universes, and they have to battle it out, bring in the Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom really is the God Emperor of the multiverse. So this pop is definitely one you're going to want to grab if you have not done so already. This is the God Emperor Doctor Doom from 2019 Emerald City Comic-Con. Look at this figure here. This is awesome. Doom does play a big part in Secret Wars, so this is going to be a pop to grab, and especially if my suspicions are correct, and I think we're going to see Doctor Doom possibly in Wakanda Forever, if not there, sometime in 2023. We're going to see Doctor Doom show up very, very soon. It's going to be definitely a good time to pick up this pop. And there we have it, guys. All of the Marvel projects that were announced during their Marvel Hall H panel at San Diego Comic-Con. So many projects coming, so many movies, Marvel Disney Plus shows that I'm super, super excited about. And it was awesome being able to check out some of those pops that we have, and hopefully that might help you as well as you try to, maybe bolster your collection. So I had a lot of fun taking a look at all of these pops, and it just shows us and proves again that Marvel is the best. They know exactly what they're doing, planning out this universe. Now I do want to hear from you guys. What is your most anticipated Marvel project now after seeing all of those announcements? What was your favorite pop out of all the ones that I showed today? And is there any pops that I maybe did not show that you think are ones that people should keep in mind that are connected to any of these projects that we talked about today? I would love to hear about your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, leave a like in the video. And you can always hit that bell to be notified whenever we have new videos. And thank you guys so much for watching today. And as always, we'll see you again real soon.